Hello everyone. Let us wait 5 more minutes until the others join. Thank you.
I'm just doing a meeting now, guys. Need to brush your teeth.
Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Can you-
everyone. Just checking the volume.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Let us start the conference.
Yes.
Let me play the opening song first. Okay.
Great. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. So, before you start, let me just say thank you for hosting this conference today. I really appreciate it. And I thought you're in Australia. You're in Bali?
I am born in Australia, but I
Oh.
moved to Bali 3 years ago.
Oh, I see. That's why your background is still in the morning. Yeah, so the others usually join late. It's like more 15 minutes or 20 minutes late. So let's not wait for them, and you can just start the conference now. Thank you, Jade.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to World Women Leading Change for having me. And thank you, Dr. Ayla, as well. And I'm just really grateful for this opportunity to share a bit about my journey and also the power of sound to let people know how it can help their lives, how it's helped my life as well. So today's topic is sound healing. So I am a vocal sound healer. Basically, that means I use not just sound healing instruments such as the crystal bowl, Tibetan bowls, but also my voice as well to assist with whether it's private one-on-one sessions, online sessions, or sound healing events. What I do is I incorporate the power of the human voice and I project my voice into crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, and I merge the frequencies of my voice into the frequencies of the different bowls to produce healing sound frequencies. So in this presentation, I'd like to, first of all, I'm really grateful for everybody who's turned up here around the world. So thank you for taking the time to show up to listen to my presentations. I'm really grateful for all of you. I actually had a whole presentation organized, and I always loved good sound quality, so I had everything hooked up and ready to go, and then my computer crashed, so I lost everything. So I'm actually I originally was going to cancel this, but because of my laptop breaking on me, so I'm actually just I'm quite nervous because I'm going ahead with it anyway, and I realized the importance to just share, really, and to drop the perfectionism. So I nearly cancelled because I thought, it needs to be perfect. I need to have the perfect presentation. I need to have the perfect sound setup. So yeah, the universe made all my equipment stop working. So I think that's my lesson, to let go of perfectionism. So
Yes.
that's my little lesson for the day. So basically, I would like to share my experience of sound healing, my journey, what it is, how it works, how it helped me to heal, how it can help yourself and your family and friends to heal as well. Also, how and why the ancient civilizations used sound to heal, why it's such a powerful healing modality, and also why it's important for us all to open up our voices, to heal our throat chakra, and to use our voices in its most natural form. And also talk about how you can also get into sound healing and how you can heal yourself and your loved ones with sound as well. So I guess I'll start with an introduction about myself. So my name is Jane Wong, that's my human name. Although my sound healer name is Aylaaljufrie. So on my social media channels, it's Jane Aylaaljufrie. Basically, Aylaaljufrie I received from a deep meditation, and it means the roses of the temple of Isis. So I'm very connected to the goddess Isis and the ancient Egyptians. So why the other name? Basically, when I do sound healing, I empty my mind, my physical body, my emotions, so that I can become a pure channel for sound energy to come through me. And so when I'm doing sound healing for individuals or for events, basically Jane is removed and Untitled is the sounds that come through. So I've also recently changed my name to Celestial Sound Angel, just because it's easier for people to remember. So if you do want to follow me, my social media handles are Celestial Sound Angel. So that's basically my name. How did I get into sound? So basically, ever since I was a little girl, as far as I can remember, sound and singing was my passion. You know, I would make up songs and lyrics when I was really young, as far as I can remember. And it was that thing that gave me the greatest joy. And then, you know, you grow up and go into school. I was in the choir. I was in the different choirs from prep in Australia. And I just loved it. I would wake up and arrive at school early, and, you know, teachers would pick me out to do solo parts. I was too young to even understand what the word solo meant, but I basically, at a young age, I didn't realize it was a talent back then, but I had a really tuned ear, meaning the teacher could play any notes on the keyboard and I could tell exactly what note it was, and I could hit any note that was presented. But as a child, I didn't see the importance or the benefits of it, I guess. I didn't see myself as special at all. But the school choir, so the Victorian choir did come to our school many times, and they would test the students and, you know, pick them out. And I remember one year they selected me, but my family wasn't in a financial position to send me there. So, you know, in a way that I felt that was a missed opportunity, but everything happens for a reason. So, you know, then you go through school, and then it was high school. And basically in primary school, all the music teachers were very supportive. And when I hit high school, it was more, you know, especially towards the end of high school, about the score and getting yourself into university, etc. So I actually followed the path of many and ended up dropping my passion and going into studying multimedia business marketing. And, you know, because I was told that you can't make a living out of sound or creative ventures. So yeah, I did that for the majority of the next 20 or so years. At the same time, I was in a girl band for the same amount of time. So I would work in corporate during the day, and after work, I would be in the studio, in the recording studio, recording songs. And, you know, that was a good over a decade of my life. But I'm really grateful for that girl band, because we actually, that's where I learned how to sing harmonies with 4 other girls. And it really helped me to learn how to tune my ear to merging sounds and frequencies with other people in harmonics, etc. When the girl band actually fell apart after over 10 years of giving my life to it, I was quite devastated. And, you know, I always thought, this can't be my life. Corporate can't be my life. This can't be the reason why I'm alive. To which I ended up joining another girl band. We went to Japan for that. Actually, Bali was our first gig 13 years ago. So I've actually come full circle to come back to Bali, not to be in a band, but to do sound healing. So how did I get into it? How did I change from corporate to sound healing? So basically the universe gave me a wake-up call about 3 years ago. You know, my whole life I'm
Hello, Miss Jane.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
You can hear me now?
Yes, please continue.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Where was I? So yeah, how did I get from corporate to sound healing? Basically, I attended my first sound bath, and the person in the sound bath was a vocal sound healer, and when I listened to his voice, as well as the crystal bowls, Tibetan bowls, Native American flutes, my soul remembered, and I had a huge epiphany. I was crying, convulsing and shaking, and with joy, and also with emotions of wow, I finally realized what my soul purpose is. That moment was a critical turning point in my life. So 2 weeks later, I ended up in hospital. I had internal bleeding, and at that stage, I was doing 3 jobs. I was in corporate. I was helping my boyfriend at the time styling Airbnb homes. I had my own terrarium business, trying to inject plants into the corporate world. So I was doing everything except for my sole purpose, basically. And I really felt the universe gave me a wake-up call. So I ended up being in hospital, internal bleeding. Turned out I was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and they needed to remove 2/3 of my stomach the day after, which was approaching Christmas. That was the first time that my family realized the power of sound, I guess, because my whole life, my family didn't quite understand why I wanted to sing. I guess from a traditional Chinese family, they just thought it's safer to get a job. But with all the stress that was happening in the hospital, especially after when they found out about the diagnosis, naturally everyone was stressed. And a really dear friend of mine, Saffron, who's actually here listening today, she and her friend brought the Tibetan bowls, singing bowls into the room and played it to help put me into a meditative state to find out for my higher self if I should go ahead with the operation. And whilst they were playing the bowls, it actually calmed, all my parents and relatives who were in the room. They all totally calmed down. And I feel that was the moment that they finally understood why I need to do what I need to do and why I'm chasing this, because they were able to experience it firsthand. Basically, I went ahead with the operation. They removed 2/3 of my stomach the day after, and they wanted me to do chemoradiotherapy, but I refused. I believed in my body to heal itself. So for the rest of the year, I changed my diet, removed all the stresses, and actually moved to Bali after 5 months after surgery to be a sound healer. So, I always felt cancer, the diagnosis was a blessing in disguise. Even whilst the 3.5 weeks I was in hospital, my friends and family will come and visit me, and they'll say, how are you so positive? And I always said to them, I never once said poor me. I always said, this is a blessing. It's the universe telling me to stop doing all these things that aren't in alignment with my sole purpose. And actually the whole 3.5 weeks in hospital, it wasn't even about the cancer. I was just so excited that I've finally, after my whole life searching, I realized I'm meant to be a sound healer. So, you know, here I am in Bali chasing my dream. And every day I'm just trying to figure it out and just trust in the universe that this is what I'm here to do. And I truly believe this is the reason why I am alive today. So I guess that's a long-winded part of my background, just so everyone can understand why this is so important to me, I guess. But basically, theoretically, what is sound healing? So sound healing is a therapy and a modality that uses sound vibrations such as vocal toning, crystal Tibetan bowls, gongs, tuning forks, which can help to relax your mind and body. It's also proven to improve, your physical health and well-being. So how does it work? So we're all energy. So we live in a world that's all energy. Our bodies consist of energy. Many call it the life force, which exists inside of us and around us. There's an ocean of energies. Even though we can't see them through our 5 senses, they have a profound effect on us. So, energy, life energy can also be known as chi energy or prana. And, more and more people are realizing that our world doesn't just consist of the physical matter. And a lot of it is emotions, it's thoughts, all of these have energetic charges related to it that can accidentally get stuck in our bodies. So how do I help other people remove blockages in their bodies? So basically, to give you a background, sound energy, well, first of all, all our physical bodies are made up of blood and water and bones and bone marrow. Adult humans are made up of 60% water, as most of us know, and our blood is actually about 90% water. And sound travels 4 times faster in water than it does air. So in water, sound waves travel actually at about 1,482 meters per second. So that's how fast sound is traveling through your physical body. So when I play Tibetan bowl, when I make the sound like this, you're instantly receiving these frequencies. So often in the Western medical system, when someone has a headache, you take a paracetamol, you pop a pill, and often they say it takes about half an hour to an hour to take effect. And the reason why that is, medicines, man-made medicines, chemicals. It takes time for it to, when you swallow the pill, for it to travel down to your stomach, to your intestines. It takes time for it to dissolve, to which often it creates some sort of bleeding in order for it to go into your bloodstream, etc. Whereas with sound healing, it's non-invasive and the effects are almost instantaneous. And you can understand it more by there's certain music that creates feelings of peacefulness, certain music that helps you to have more concentration, such as classical music. And then there's certain music for most people, such as heavy metal, can create disturbing negative feelings and emotions. So sound frequencies, or what we listen to, can really impact our internal system and our cells to either heal or to impact our nervous system in a negative way. Also, the way I use sound energy is to for my clients. Basically, when I play the Tibetan bowls or the crystal bowls around a person's energy field or their aura, I can actually hear disturbances in the sound frequencies that bounces off their bodies and their energetic bodies, and I can actually feel and sense where there is stuck energy in their physical body. And I basically use the natural sound frequencies that come from these ancient Tibetan bowls to balance and reharmonize. So if you think of every emotion or thought has a charge, and just say that charge is equivalent to, I'm just making this up as a figure, just say the charge is at 10%. When I strike a Tibetan bowl and it emits a stronger frequency that is stronger than that 10%, basically that vibration is stronger than the vibration of that emotional charge. And so after some time, that frequency will override your emotional charge. Therefore, that emotional charge starts vibrating at the beautiful natural resonance of the singing bowl or the voice or the crystal bowl. And so that's one of the reasons why it's so powerful and how it works is your body starts feeling or resonating at that same frequency of these beautiful ancient instruments. So the Tibetans use them, the Aborigines use them, ancient Egyptians used all these natural instruments to help with the help improve wellness. All the ancients knew about this. It's just we're sort of rediscovering it now. But you know, there's also lots of evidence that suggests that subtle forces produce measurable biological effects as well. So you can find lots of studies around this. And statistically, there's more and more significant evidence that proves that energy, sound energy, can be used as medicine that can help reduce pain. It can remove blockages. It can improve the quality of life for many people. For example, one of my clients had come to me for a sound healing session. And after speaking with him, I realized very quickly that he was suicidal and he was quite a mess. And I talked to him. I spent some time with this client of mine, and I was really grateful and humbled that when we did the sound healing session, that I was able to put him in such a relaxed state with sound, in which it wasn't really me that does the sound healing. I'm just a conduit. So I'm just the person that is creating the sounds and frequencies and vibrations that allows a particular person to, first of all, relax, get into a deep meditative state. And when someone is in such a deep meditative state, their physical body is relaxed. You know, their body's not busy walking or talking or doing things. So they're laying down, they're completely relaxed. They're not talking, they're not having to think, because I've induced them into a deep, relaxed state. I've also induced them to let go of all emotions that could be held in the body. So when they become clear, when their physical body, thinking bodies and emotional bodies become clear, basically that allows me to play the music, play the instrument, which strengthens the experience, and it actually helps them to drop into a state where they're able to let go of their negative thoughts or destructive thinking. They're able to let go of all the emotional, destructive energies that's stuck in their body, and their physical body is relaxed. So therefore, when that happens, the body then has the space and the time to heal itself. So I'm not actually doing the healing. I'm just creating the space for the person's physical body and magical cells to heal itself. When you're in that deep, relaxed space with sound healing, what can also happen is you can start hearing your true consciousness, your true spirit or soul speak to you without all the mind games and, you know, all the negative thought patterns that can happen. And what happened with this client in the session was he was able to really let go. And yeah, he cried, he was shaking a lot, he was able to hear his inner voice. And after the session, he was really grateful. He moved a lot of energy, stuck emotions, stuck thought patterns, negative thinking patterns, you know. And after a few sessions of this, he was really grateful that he was able to move out of these suicidal thoughts, and be there for his wife and his baby that was due to be born, you know. So I use that as an example of just the power of how sound can really heal. So we've talked about how everything is energy, and you know that we can accidentally store stuck energies in our bodies. So I truly believe that I was diagnosed with the cancer because I had a lot of suppressed emotions. I had a lot of things that I was suppressing for a long period of time, which, you know, thoughts become things, and emotions, if left untouched and not looked at, can create dis-ease in the body. And I truly believe that's what had happened for me. And when you are able to let go of these stuck energies or negative thought patterns, it can really help move blockages in your body, and sound healing really assists people with that. So moving along. So yeah, it's believed that before the Common Era, people were aware of the healing properties of sound, such as the ancients, as I mentioned before. You know, when sounds are harmonious, it can activate the body and create healing. And our ancestors composed, you know, they used harmonics and chants and tonings and hymns to manipulate the intensity of sound vibrations. And this was shown in many civilizations that understood the healing power of sound, such as the ancient Egyptians, the Aborigines, the Native Americans, Native Indians, etc. And, you know, they were all fascinated with the power of sound, and they built temples, they built pyramids that amplified the acoustic power of sound, such as the, you know, ancient temple pyramids of Giza, because they believed that these sounds could generate vibrations and healing abilities, and especially with harmonics, healing harmonic patterns. So, you know, the ancient Egyptians used to amplify the therapeutic effects of sound during their religious ceremonies, and the pyramid structures that they built out of stone had natural resonance in them, and especially in the king's chamber. So I was really lucky enough to go to Egypt this year in April for almost 3 months. It was meant to be a 15-day trip. And at the time, I didn't even know how I could get there. And it wasn't, the drive to go to Egypt this year wasn't as a holiday. I just felt my soul was yearning to go home to help give sound healing and sound frequencies to these ancient temples and ancient sites, to help humanity, to help raise the frequencies and give good energies to all these temples and ancient sites in Egypt. So I was really lucky to have the opportunity to do sound healing in the King's Chamber, which was a really big dream come true for me. And that dream actually came true on day one. So I always knew in my heart of hearts that the King's Chamber was a sound healing resonant chamber. So I actually brought my crystal ball. I had it in my backpack. You know, I didn't even realize it wasn't allowed. I just had it in my backpack. I went into the King's Chamber and I prayed. I prayed to my angels. I prayed to Goddess Isis. You know, there was a group of people already chanting in the King's Chamber, and I took off my shoes and I sat down to meditate. I closed my eyes, waiting for this group to finish. So I sat there meditating and I closed my eyes and I prayed to Goddess Isis. I prayed to my angels and I said to them, you know why I'm here. If it is for the highest good of the pyramids, of this area, of this space, and for the highest good of the people who are here, please allow me to do what I came here to do, which is to do sound healing and spread good sound energies in this space. And I meditated for about 45 minutes. And when I opened my eyes, one of the ladies literally who was standing at the group turned around at me and she smiled at me and gestured for me to come over next to her. And I just couldn't believe it. I went up next to her and she turned around at me and said, you know, if you like, you can join us in the chanting. And at that point, you know, I merged my sounds with theirs, and, you know, I had the chance to go inside the sarcophagus. And at that point, I played the crystal ball and I did the sound healing. I've got a video of this. You're not allowed videos in the King's Chamber, but I've got a video of this as well. And yeah, they had no idea that they'd put a sound healer in the sarcophagus, because they just thought it was, I guess, just another regular person. I don't know, but the video captured their shock when they started hearing an extra voice coming out of the sarcophagus. So it was such a magical moment. All the walls were vibrating. The granite walls were vibrating with such epic sounds that I was crying with tears of joy. And it just proves that the ancients understood the power of sound, and they actually built these structures to amplify sound for healing. And there's many incidences where people have gone into the King's Chamber and, you know, they had chronic back pain or lower back pain, and after the sound healing have come out healed. So, you know, there's lots of that you can easily just Google. So the whole idea of restoring balance within our bodies in sound is not that far-fetched. We're just relearning what our ancient, what the ancient civilizations used to do. And, you know, Edgar Cayce said the future of medicine is sound, and I truly believe in that. I also truly believe that the reason why I'm alive today is to spread sound energy for this planet, for the betterment of humanity, to help as many people as I can to, you know, reduce stress and increase their well-being with sound. I've moved to Bali with no idea how I'm going to survive here, but here I am. You know, it's not an easy journey. It's quite a lonely journey, and it's definitely got its ups and downs. But, you know, I continue to do this with just full faith and trust that this is my purpose. So You know, it's important for everybody to open up their voice, to find their true voice, just as I have, because it's not just about singing. It's about being able to speak up. It's, you know, it's about being able to speak our truth. It's about, you know, for those who want to learn how to sing, it's also understanding that we all can sing. Every single person can sing. You just need to practice and practice, you know. A lot of us have been shut down as children, including myself, being told that you can't sing or that it sounds horrible and to stop doing it. And, you know, I really feel part of my purpose is not only to spread the word of the power of the body to heal itself, but also to help others to open up and find their true inner voice as well, and to find the courage and to really love their own voice. I hated my voice for the majority of my life. I really couldn't stand it. But I realized a lot of people are in that same boat. So, you know, that's what I'm here to do now, is to help as many people as I can. I also have this big feeling that Egypt and Bali is my starting point of doing sound in these ancient sites. I feel strongly that I need to go to the Earth's chakras, all the different Earth's chakras, to do sound healing and gather people to do the same. Yeah, that's a big dream of mine. So as I'm talking, it's starting to rain. So I'm going to need to move this inside. And when I move this inside, I'll give everyone a guided meditation and a little sound healing so that you can actually experience what I've been talking about, especially for those who have never experienced sound healing before. As I said, I normally have a full mic and sound setup, which, you know, everything just stopped working at the last minute. So I'm going to do this very raw. Just bear with me while I move the laptop and everything out of the rain. So I'll just be 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So today's been one of those days. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And yes, it started to rain. So, you know, the Mother Nature's cleansing us with its beautiful rain. So, yeah, so I'm going to just guide everyone to drop into a relaxed state. And then I'm going to give everyone an example of the sound healing that I do with the human voice. So I'd like to invite everybody to just close your eyes. Just relax your body. This is my early Christmas gift to you all, and I hope you enjoy. So, just closing your eyes. Breathing slowly and deeply. And just relaxing all the muscles in your body. Relaxing all the muscles in your toes and your feet. Relaxing all the muscles in your legs and your thighs. Relaxing all the muscles around your buttocks, around your hips. All the while breathing slowly and deeply. And relaxing all the muscles around your stomach. Relaxing all the muscles around your waist. Relaxing all the muscles around your chest. Relaxing all the muscles around your lower back and your upper back. Relaxing all the muscles around your spine. Relaxing all the muscles around your shoulders. Relaxing all the muscles around your arms, down to your elbows and your forearms. Relaxing all the muscles around your wrists and your hands, down to your fingertips. Relaxing all the muscles around your throat, around the front and the back of your neck. Relaxing all the muscles around your head, around your forehead. Relaxing all the muscles around your eyebrows, allowing them to gently drift apart from one another. Relaxing all the muscles around your eyes and your eyelids. Relaxing all the muscles around your nose and your ears. Relaxing all the muscles around your cheeks and your cheekbones. Relaxing all the muscles around your lips and your chin. Relaxing all the muscles around your jaw. Relaxing all the muscles around the front of your face and the back of your head. Now your body, your entire physical body is completely relaxed. Now letting go of all thoughts and thinking, clearing the space in your mind. Imagining a white light shining down the top of your head into your head, clearing all dark shadows in and around your mind. Beautiful white light of pure love energy blasts away all shadows in your mind, clearing away all thoughts, all thinking. Nothing else exists other than the sound that you're receiving right now. And letting go of all emotions stored in your body, in your solar plexus. Letting go of all emotions stored from today. Letting go of all emotions stored from yesterday. Letting go of all emotions stored from last week, last month. Letting go of all emotions stored from last year. All the while just breathing slowly and deeply. Now your entire physical body is relaxed. Your mental body is relaxed. And your emotional bodies are completely relaxed, ready to receive sound. just slowly and gently coming back to the space. There's no hurry. You can keep your eyes closed. And just slowly and gently breathing, coming back to the space. And just feeling the weight of your body. Feeling and wriggling your fingers and toes. And just breathing. Just noticing how you feel now after the sound healing. And noticing how you felt before the sound healing. And just noticing the difference in your mind, in your emotions, how your body feels. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and thank everybody for being here. And, I'm really grateful to be part of Lord Women Leading Change. And hopefully my presentation today has helped you to understand a bit more about sound healing and also about the power of your body to heal itself. And hopefully it has inspired you to perhaps have a go at sound healing. All it takes is, one Tibetan bowl or one crystal bowl. I actually am very lucky. I have a handful of ancient rare Tibetan bowls, which my friend is a private collector, and they average around 350 years old. They're artifacts, and they really are not just a sound healing instrument, but healing tools. So if anyone is interested in or is looking for a special Tibetan bowl or a healing tool, feel free to reach out to me. I can also recommend a really beautiful crystal bowl, which has been created to the same dimensions as an ancient Egyptian artifact, which is really quite powerful as well. And for anyone who is looking to open up your voice or to learn how to use your voice and sing and to find your true voice, I give vocal lessons. I also give sound healing sessions for in person or online. So if you do resonate with anything that I just mentioned, feel free to reach out. I also have my sound healing album, which is available for download by donation. I think the links were up there not long ago, so it's available for download from my website, unuristry.com, and that's about IN for Nelly, URY, S for Sam, TRI.com. And you can listen to the tracks before you download. And yeah, the jewelry that I'm wearing as well, I also design goddess jewelry, which is to help women to feel empowered by their femininity, and that they can wear it as a crown or as a necklace. It's multifunctional. And also the attachments can be clipped on and off, so you can wear it as a solid necklace with your own pendant, or when I create new designs, you attach the attachment and you can buy new attachments to change up the goddess crown and necklace. So, I feel, women need to wake up to their full power and their femininity, and, to wear things like these jewelry or clothes that help empower their feminine side. So that's why I create these goddess jewelry. So there's anything, any questions, or you'd like to follow me, feel free to follow me at Celestial Sound Angel. That's on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And I think if it's possible to put the links back up, you can see how to follow me and how to download the sound healing album. You know, I'm giving my time to share this, that if anyone feels to give a contribution, that really helps me to keep doing what I do and to help me to record more sound healing tracks. And yeah, the support is much appreciated. Obviously this session is for free, but any sort of contribution is much appreciated. So feel free to reach out to me and follow me and stay in touch. And I really thank everybody for being here today. Thank you, Dr. Ayla. Thank you, everybody, or the whole team from World Women Leading Change. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you for having me. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out.
Okay, before we close today's conference, let me just say, wow, that was a really amazing session. It's my first time experiencing sound healing, and it really does makes you relax. Wow. And yeah, and anyhow, thank you so much, Jane, for giving us the therapy session. I think everyone is also experiencing the same relaxation as I do. And let's hope that we can do this again sometime in the future. And for anyone who wants to do a sound healing session again with Jane, you can contact her through her social media, her Instagram, her Facebook. Feel free to contact her. And before we close, does anyone have something to ask? Oh yeah, actually, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, sure.
So this sound healing therapy of yours, is it long-term effects or just in that moment that we can feel the effect?
Yeah, so it depends on each person, and it also depends on where you're at and what you're going through at the time.
Oh.
For example, what you heard today, you know, it vibrates throughout your cells, and so you're going to feel the effects, you know, after this presentation is finished. You know, it's not something that is tangible, you know, sound is something you hear, you can't see it or touch it, but it exists. So it's been resonating in your cells, and so it's still affecting you after this presentation finishes, as well as tomorrow. It's good to drink a lot of water after a sound healing session. Of course, what I just gave is just a 5-minute snippet. It's just an example. Normally my sound healing sessions go for at least 1 hour. So you can imagine the length of time of sound healings can also give greater impacts as well. You know, in my full sound healing sessions, I play the Native American flutes. I use a much wider variety of instruments than what you heard today in 5 minutes. But yeah, it can be very long lasting, but it's also, it's like going to, you know, a massage session.
Yes.
You know, the massage helps a lot during the session and maybe for the next few days. But, you know, our bodies go out of tune very quickly and easily. Our muscles can become tense again, to which then we need to see the therapist again.
Oh, yeah.
Sound healing is the same thing. So it's a really great question what you asked. Sound healing is the same thing, except most of us don't realize that during our day-to-day lives, things happen to us that has an energetic effect to our body. When we feel upset, when we feel disappointed, when we feel angry, when we feel these negative emotions, they can often, you know, sometimes we feel it pulling on our hearts.
Yes,
or
yes.
it's making our stomachs feel sick. You know, these are physical effects of our mental thoughts and our emotional
Yes.
and our emotions. And so sound healing is a therapy which you can go to that is non-invasive. It doesn't require any sort of pills or pharmaceutical
Yes.
products or anything. It's literally sound energy, which, as I mentioned in the presentation, sound goes straight through your blood, your cells, the water in our the bones. It's an instant effect.
Mm.
You know, I use this bowl here, which is the F note for the heart chakra, and when I play it to people in person, it vibrates their heart. They can actually feel their heart organ massage. You know, no therapist can put their hand into your heart and massage it on a physical level, but you can have your internal organs and systems massaged with sound frequency.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, so it's like a really good question what you said. Sound becomes something that people come for a tune up using. I call my sessions sonic massages. So it's tuning up your body using vibrations and sound frequencies. And it's so soothing and relaxing. It's like having beautiful sound energy moving through your body at the natural frequency. So it's an ongoing thing. It's not something, whilst it can have long-term effects, meaning something has impacted you profoundly, such as when I went to my first sound healing, I had an epiphany. You know, it made me remember past lives. It made my soul remembered things that I couldn't even put into words. So it can definitely impact people on different levels, but at the very least, it's very relaxing. It reduces stress. You know, you guys have experienced 5 minutes of it. Imagine what an hour session every month
Yes,
or
yes.
every fortnight can do for you.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you for your question.
Yeah, I have another one. Can sound healing session didn't work on certain person? I mean, what are the deciding factor for this therapy to not work?
Honestly, the sound healing is something that can be used on all ages. There's no side effects.
Mm.
As long as your therapist isn't someone using heavy metal for sound healing,
Yeah.
but you know, as long as you know, I guess everyone, you either resonate with the therapist or not. Just
Yeah.
like you might go to a massage therapist, it's all massage, but some people, you know,
Yeah.
resonate with you more than others. But sound healing is one of those things that's non-invasive. Even children, I've
Yes,
had
yes.
I've had mothers contact me and tell me that they play my sound healing sessions to their child. I've given sound healing sessions to pregnant women before the child was born, you know, and for couples to reignite their connection, you know. So children benefit from it. I've had people tell me they play the sound healing album, the digital sound healing album, to their children before they go to bed, and it really helps them get to sleep really fast.
Okay, okay.
So it's all, across all ages, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So it's up to the therapist, right?
Yeah, I think so. But
Okay, okay.
sound is really gentle. You know, sound healing is one of those really gentle things. For example, when I said I did a sound healing session for the pregnant couple, the pregnant lady for this couple. And it was really beautiful because she told me that during the session, she could feel her baby
Wow.
moving in a really relaxed way, like the mother and the child connection. You know, she could feel that her child really loved the sound. And, you know, I was singing to the child with my voice. So the intentions is very important. So when I say each therapist is different, a lot of energy work is based on intentions of the therapist. So that's why it's important for me when I do sound healing that I empty my thoughts, my emotions. I'm not worried about the fight that I had with my partner in the morning or my bills, or because everything's energy, right? So if the therapist is not conscious enough to empty all of that, it can accidentally transmute to people their worries and concerns, to which some people have felt ill after a sound healing session, only to realize that the couple had been fighting that morning and it had accidentally been passed through. So being well aware of that, all my sound healing sessions, I make sure I'm totally clear in all areas so that the sounds that come through is for everyone's highest good, with no my intentions are to help everybody heal for their highest good. And going back to the baby story, so months later, that couple invited me back to give them another sound healing. And at that point, the child was born, and the child was starting to crawl. Anyway, I gave their family, including the same baby who is now born into the world, a sound healing, and the baby kept looking and smiling and laughing and crawling up to me as if she knew me. It's almost like she recognized my voice since she was in the womb. And the mother was saying, "Oh my God, it looks like my daughter can recognize your voice, because she's so smiley and wanting to come up to you as if she knows you." So that was really, really beautiful as well.
Wow, sound healing can be very powerful. Huh?
Yes, and at the ancient Egyptians, the Aborigines, they all knew the power of sound. They used didgeridoos, they used drumming, they used flutes. Even in Bali, they have their own ancient flutes and instruments that they use in ceremony. So it's really, we're remembering what our ancestors used to do, and it's powerful medicine. I really believe it's the medicine of the future, which is now.
I mean, I'm just wondering why a lot of people didn't know this.
Yeah, it's really upcoming in the Western countries, I guess, and more so now. But yeah, a lot of people still haven't experienced it, and I'm really honored that I'm your first sound healing experience. I'm really grateful that I got to give you a sample of what it can do.
Yeah, before this, I didn't know if sound healing exists.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as long as
Thank you. I'm really honored.
As long as I know, people more prefer the therapy session with psychologists, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But never sound healing.
Yes, it's almost like a meditation, a form of meditation. Sound healing assists you to let go of everything so that your body can drop into a neutral state, and that's where the healing happens. And sound frequencies are really powerful. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to take your time any longer. Let's end this conference. Anyone have another question before I play the closing song? Okay. Let me play the closing song and then we end this meeting. Thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you for everyone's support, for being here. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. love, peace, needed in this world, endurance, needed in this world, forgiveness, needed in this world, unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change, Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia woman leading change. Yes, Australia woman leading change. Yes, Europe woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America. Woman leading change. Kalirato fella. Kalirato fella. Woman leading change. Kalitabo fella. Kalitabo fella. Woman leading change. Gotando pella. Gotando pella. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you, World Woman leading change.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a nice weekend, Jane. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Much love. Much
Bye.